the literature search? Did you get the literature? Did you get the content, study material? Okay, Amisha, what? Did you find the literature, Amisha? Yes, Amisha, waiting for answer. Not found. Okay, what to do? I just suggest to you. Today I'm giving the content, but what to do? The PDF file or PPT. Suppose concept of quality, chemistry, that you'll write there, and then say PDF. So you will get the different books which may be in the PDF format, different articles which may be in the PDF format. So this is a way by which you can get a search. Others, quality in computer sector also is applicable. It is a universal term, largely applicable term, but we are studying this term related to chemical industries, or you can say to chemistry. Therefore, you have to write the quality in chemistry. Then you will get the various terms, various papers. Amisha, is it clear the way with which you need to search? Other students, is the idea clear? Because now onwards you have to work at your own. I am here to guide you. I am here to support you. I am here to give you the direction. But you have to work. Yes. Now for this year, how will be my strategy of explaining the lecture that I tell to you? Few lectures are recorded and few lectures are live. All lectures will be available for you online, preferably in the YouTube channel and on website. See, if time permits, then I will upload them on the website also. But YouTube channel means online, you can go through lecture. Which lectures? Previously recorded lectures. Means recorded lecture is a one type of lecture, and second lecture is a live lecture. As now I am going to conduct this lecture, or I am conducting this lecture. It is a live lecture. So this live lecture also I will put it on the YouTube. So any student who is present or is absent can go through that lecture. Because many times what happens, even though now you are present, but because of the fluctuations in the network, part of the lecture you may not able to understand, or maybe because of your issues or your problems you may not focus on the lecture. So later on you should get the opportunity to go through the lecture. Likewise, lecture numbers will be given. Yes, our today's lecture is which lecture? What is real number of today's lecture? Total, yes, Amisha, right. It is a third lecture. So now onwards by serial number, so you will get one file, that's a Google Sheet. There, serial number of lecture will be there. Title or heading of the lecture, topic of the lecture will be there, and link for that lecture will be made available. Last two lectures, links I made available. It is our third lecture. It will take little time for me to prepare the link. Once the link gets prepared, I will update it in that sheet so that the date of the lecture and whether you attended or not, that also I'll come to know. How I'll come to know? You have to fill the attendance form. When you have to fill the attendance form, after attending such lectures and by going through that the online lecture, if it is a need for you, then you have to fill the attendance form. What is my priority? What is my intention? I want to reach to each and every student. Let the student is suffering through the network issue now, and because of that could not attend my lecture. I want to give the chance for the student. I want to make the platform open for the student. The student can go through that platform, student can go to the link and can attend the lecture. Afterwards, you have to fill the attendance form. And in attendance form, I had given the various options. You went through live lecture, you went through recorded lecture, you went through live and online recorded lecture. So all three options are there. Suppose you are attending live lecture and additionally you went through that the recorded lecture, that's went through the online lecture, that's through the link, then you can choose that option. But you are not present for live lecture, but you went through the online lecture, that's the online lecture in the sense on YouTube, then what you can say, you can choose that option. So whether I am reaching to each and every student or not, that I cannot evaluate, I can analyze. And it is your responsibility because I am going to give the freedom to you to attend the lecture. But attendance is mandatory. Attendance is what? Necessary. So you need to go through those links. I repeat, one Google Sheet that I prepared, which will keep the record of all lectures that I am conducting, title of the lecture, serial number of the lecture, and the link for the lecture. That will help you to go through at your leisure time, easier time, whenever you want. Let you be present or absent for the live lecture. Few lectures already are recorded, so only I will put in that Excel sheet. This is the serial number for that lecture, it's a topic of that lecture, and it's a link for that lecture. You have to go through that lecture and you have to fill the attendance form after the study. But date will be when I will declare it on the Google Sheet. That will be the date. Are you following what I'm saying? Yes, let me know. Okay. And that Google Sheet, that's the link is there. Save that link. Just somebody has question. Let me know who is with the question. Alia is asking question. For first lecture, can we fill 2 attendance form for live and also afterwards recorded? Alia, yes, you have that choice. By the way, I have kept the edit option. What is the first form you have filled? No, that form you can edit. It's the one option. Another option that you are thinking, you can fill it again. Out of that, whichever the suitable, that only I will choose. But date of lecture will be that only. 13th of June was the date for our first lecture. 15th of June was the date for the second lecture. 16th of June means today is a date for the third lecture. Date will not change because I will see your attendance as per date. So even if few students have not registered in the Google Classroom, they have registered now. They also have to go through that lecture. Alia, is it clear to you? Yes, see what Alia is asking for. If she has failed the one first time form, that's a live lecture, she was present. But afterwards, now she has to fill because record lecture also through which she went. Then she has a chance to fill the form again. But the date will not change. Date format will not change. Therefore, encoded date format only I had given. You are not supposed to change. Okay. So with that, I will come to know whether I am reaching to all 18 or 19, whoever the students are there for the chemistry. Towards them I'm reaching or not. I'll get the exact attendance for you. And freedom is given to you. Is this way fair, proper? What is your view? Is it okay? Is it proper? Okay, good, good. Yes, and Google Classroom, whichever announcements are there through which you have to go. Few things are there, for example, attendance form or lecture record form. Those links are fixed. Those you have to save so that later on confusion will not be there. And if one student understood the thing, should help for the others. Cooperative, synergic, moment of learning I want from you. Now I want to start with the first part, that is the quality. Quality in the chemistry. Quality in the chemistry laboratory, chemical industry. That term we are what discussing. Different terms are there for that. So at the beginning, let me introduce few terms. Afterwards, what will I do? I will give you the study material at this moment. You have to prepare the notes of that. And what are the notes you are preparing? Those you have to upload. How much time should I give to you? That you will tell me by the end of the lecture. So that you will be with the notes also. I want to talk to you about the term quality. Yeah. See, student, the topic that we are discussing in that the first bit is there is about what the quality. If you see in industry, assurance to the quality is very important. And few books, the term is AQA. AQA means Analytical Quality Assurance. Analytical afterwards related to what the chemistry. If we have to understand that quality assurance, then we should know the few terms that we use for what the quality assurance. In that the first general term is that quality. What you can do now, you can write down that point, only point, quality, so that you will prepare the notes for that. What is the concept of that quality? That quality is a totality, is a collection of characteristics Listen carefully. Quality is a totality, is a collection of characteristics of whom, of any entity. That entity may be the paracetamol tablet. That entity may be the a production from the metal. That entity may be the polymer. So collection of characteristics, totality of the collection of characteristics of an entity that bear on its ability to satisfy stated and implied needs. Because whatever the production we are doing, it is because of our need to fulfill our need, and our need means we have some expectation. So whatever our expectations to produce that thing are there, if those expectations are fulfilled, then we can say that entity is with collection of characteristics. Those are none other than quality. I repeat, quality is a totality of characteristics of an entity that govern or that bear its ability, because who has to satisfy our need, who has to satisfy our purposes? That entity. So it should govern or it should bear or behave some abilities, and those abilities will satisfy what? Our needs. Which needs? Stated or implied or expected needs. That term of collection of characteristics is called as quality. If I have to explain it in general way, what do we say? Suppose if we purchase one chocolate from the market, a quality chocolate that we say. When we say that quality, because we are with some expectation, we are with some needs, and that our expectations are fulfilled to the extensive norms. They are the grading for the expectation fulfillment, as like for your marks or in examination, that's a B plus grade, C grade, A grade, A plus grade, O grade, different grade remain. So fulfillment as per the requirement, as per the need, as per the desire, as per the expectation. So that summation of that qualities, because that to the extreme level all fulfillments are there, therefore we are saying it is a quality. Quality is a qualitative term that we are using, but quantitativeness in the quality we are what studying now. But let we know the first term what quality mean, therefore just I told. So in short, if you have to remember that quality is a totality of characteristics of what? Entity, which can bear on its own or it has ability to satisfy stated and implied needs. Yes, students, are you getting this point what I'm saying? Could you able to focus? Could you able to understand? Just waiting for your replies. Okay, you are answering. Good, good. So now I told only one term, that is a quality. You have to write it in the book. So about which you have to write the description, about which you have to write the explanation. Now I want to describe, I want to explain second term. And the second term is policy of quality or quality policy. Because if we have to maintain the quality, then some policy should be there, some strategy should be there. If we have to study the chemistry, then some policy should be there, some strategy should be there. Therefore, Karthika has asked the question at the beginning only, what should be our policy? She has not used the word policy, but now I'm saying how to study. Likewise, her question was there. How to face the examination, how to prepare. So what can be our policy? So about policy, about quality, the policy also can be decided. So quality policy or policy in quality, that is my second term that I want to discuss. Now what is the explanation for that second term? It is the overall intention and direction of an organization. Because who will prepare the policy? Organization will prepare the policy for education, for your education, college or university is going to prepare the policy. So industry for that particular product has to prepare the policy. So it is the overall intention and direction of an organization with respect to quality. So intention and direction of organization. That only you have to remember at this moment. Additional explanation I give it to you. As formally expressed by top management. So who prepared the policy? Top management prepared the policy. Now I'm a teacher. So whatever the policy of colleges are there, who has prepared? The principal, administration, or the members in the management in the institution. They have prepared the policy, and that policy, or university members, board of studies, they have prepared the policy. As per their policy decision, this topic is added in your syllabus. So higher authorities, higher level organization, that generally decides the policy of quality, which norms to be fulfilled, that they decide. They give the direction. The quality policy, if you consider a policy, when can we say it is a quality, or quality in the policy forms one element of corporate policy and is authorized by top management? Means it is in general industry point of view, no? It is one of the element of corporate policy and top management decides. So time being understand, quality of policy is one direction, and that direction is given by higher authority, high level management, upper management. Is my second term that I want to discuss. It is just intention and direction by high level management. Yes, students, I am asking the question to you. Is my second term clear to you? Quality policy. Okay. Now see the third term that I want to inform to you. That is quality assurance. Now, how can we explain that quality assurance? All the planned and systematic activities implemented within the quality system. Means we have to plan, no? If we have to analyze, if we have to measure the quality, if we have to control the quality, if we have to maintain the quality, then planning is necessary. Systematic activities are necessary. If you are the A grade student, means your score remains A level, then to maintain that A level, you have to plan. Systematic work is necessary. Likewise, here also in the production, in the chemical industry, some planning is necessary. Systematic activities are necessary. And those we have to implement. For what purpose? In order to maintain the quality, in order to control the quality, in order to assure the quality. And we have to demonstrate, means whatever we are saying, this system or this product has this much strain, it has that much ability, it can withstand for this temperature. We have to show demonstration, it should withstand at temperature. So that is assured in quality, assurance of quality that we are saying. Means if you bring a micro oven and that micro oven can withstand a particular temperature, means that whichever the socket or whichever the internal material is there, it should withstand a particular temperature, whether it withstands or not. So at that temperature, we have to make it on and we have to see whether that withstands for that. It's a practical demonstration. It is an assurance for the quality. Anywhere in the market also you will find the shop owner or seller, they do show demonstrations. For what purpose? Assurance of the quality. So quality assurance is our term that we are discussing. So we need to show a demonstration as is what needed. Why for? To provide adequate confidence that an entity, means our production, our product, will fulfill requirements for quality. Whatever quality norms we decided, higher authority, higher organization has decided whether those norms are fulfilled or not. Those we have to show by means of what? The demonstration. And in order to show the demonstration, we need to plan, we need to direct as per the organizational instructions. I repeat, the term that I am discussing is assurance in quality or quality assurance. How can we describe that term? Is all the planned and systematic activities implemented within the quality system and demonstrated as needed to provide adequate confidence that an entity will fulfill requirements for quality. That is a quality assurance. So shortly, if I have to describe, if you go to purchase any item in the market, then you will think about the quality. But that quality is guaranteed by means of the shop owner, or you can say the producer or the industrialist already has given the norms that this material is with this much quality. So for that, you may expect the demonstration. You may need to conduct the experiment, or shop owner sometimes show that the demonstration. Because of that, we get assured by means of that quality. Even if you go in the fruit shop, then the shop owner also will ask you, okay, take this bite for that fruit, a small sample portion of that fruit that shop owner will give, means in order to reveal that this is a quality of the product. And for assurance purpose, the demonstration is what done. So demonstration is a key point. Experimentation is what the key point for what the quality assurance. So student, is my third term clear to you? If not clear, then say not clear. Okay, good, clear. Now I want to talk about the quality management, because if we have to do systematic tasks, then somewhere management is what necessary. So what that quality management? Management from the organization point of view, I'm not saying, the product point of view also we can see. Now see, the quality management means what? All activities of the overall management function that determine the quality policy. So quality management means is a set of activities. For what purpose? To fulfill the policy of what? Quality. Who decided policy? High level organization decided that policy. And while deciding that policy, they are with some objectives. They have landed some responsibilities. So, and to implement them by means such a way that quality planning, quality control, quality assurance, and quality improvement within the quality system. That's a management. So management has to look for planning. Management has to look for quality control. Management has to look for quality assurance. Management has to look for improvement in the quality within the system of the quality, within the policy of the quality, within the directions given by the higher organization. That is quality management. And in every industry, that quality management is necessary. Whenever you will join any industry, in the quality control, QC that we say. So quality control is a part of the quality management. So if I have to explain again, what is the term? Quality management. It involves all the activities of overall management functions which are determined by the policy of the quality, its objectives, landed responsibilities, and what we should see. We should see the planning in the quality by management, quality control by quality management, quality assurance by quality management, quality improvement by quality management. So this is a term called quality management. So student, is this term clear? Quality management? Okay, good. Now see the next term. From term point of view, it is the last term. It's the fifth term you can consider. Quality control. So what that quality control term was in that quality management. So that quality control means what? That I explained to you. What quality control is operational techniques and activities that are used to fulfill requirements for quality. Means quality control. That control involves what? Technical operations, different activities. Why for? To fulfill the requirements of quality. It is a short description of this quality control. I repeat, quality control means operations, technical operations. Quality control means various activities. For what? To fulfill the requirements of quality. Additional explanation for that quality control. See, pay attention. Internal quality control and external quality control. Likewise, we use the different terms. What internal quality control means? It is activities, or these are the activities conducted within a laboratory to monitor performance. Laboratory means, don't think a chemistry laboratory, college laboratory, industry laboratory, means internally, within ourselves. Experimentation, what we did, that is what the internal quality control. And the latter term, what is the latter term? External quality control. It is a leading to comparison with other references. Means, for example, if you determine a physical constant of benzoic acid, you know that that's a compound, it's a benzoic acid. And benzoic acid has physical constant 122 degrees centigrade. It is in literature. So you will determine and you will compare with the literature value in order to know whether you are correct or not, whether you are in good precision or not. What is the other way? You will ask other students to perform, different students, then we can think about the precision. So sometimes industry asks other also to evaluate. So independently, when work is done and the same results are obtained, then there will be the assurance for what the quality. Quality management works properly. Means quality control is the properly. For that, we use this external means for what the quality control. And that external means use, means for comparison purpose, is called as external quality control. So results of the various laboratories can be tested, can be analyzed, and then the external quality control can be seen. Anyhow, just remember that quality control involves the various operational techniques, various activities which are used to fulfill our requirement of quality. Yes, student, is the fifth term quality control clear to you? Okay, good. Now, about quality control, I give the additional explanation. This quality control means what? Various activities. And these activities we can divide, we can understand by means of three means. Now, which activities that we are performing? See, I repeat. Now I am talking about quality control, concept of quality, concept of various terms related to quality. Total 5 terms I discuss. Let me revise because otherwise you will forget the things. Let me know which are those 5 terms. First term, yes, what is the first term that I discuss? Quality. Yes, Alia, right. Second term, yes, policy quality or quality policy, policy in quality, policy of quality. Okay. Third term, yes, quality assurance. Fourth term, right, quality management. And now last term, yes, right, brilliant. Nearly all you are giving answers. Quality control. And about quality control, now I am giving the additional explanation. There are 3 means by which we can understand the quality control. Which are those three means? The first mean, quality control from statistical manner. What exactly is I inform? Second way by which we can understand the quality control, it is the internal control of quality in analytical laboratory. I said already during defining that the quality control, internal quality control and external quality control. Now I am talking about internal quality control, which is executed, which is performed at laboratory level. Analytical laboratory, perform in analytical laboratory. And third is external quality by means of different inter-laboratory, intra and intra-hydrogen bonding, inter-hydrogen bonding that you might have studied. Intra means what? Within. Inter means what? Two different things. Intermolecular attraction and intramolecular attraction. Like as here I am talking about inter-laboratory comparison. That is our external control of quality. So quality control can be realized, can be achieved by means of 3 aspects. The first, by means of statistical manner. And second, internal quality, internal control. And third, external control. Now, statistical methods means what exactly I want to say. What I do, I show you the presentation and then you can what the understand one chart. The statistical methods is our first way by which we can what understand. Just a bit. I share the screen now. Yes, could you able to see the screen? I hope so.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, these are the different diagrams, graphical ways by which data is represented. It is a histogram. This is a histogram. Then, because of the curves, different curves, we can what describe. If you see here the third diagram, see where I am bringing the cursor. See here, different points are there. So while drawing the straight line also, even in physical chemistry, when you perform the various experiments, you plot a graph and then a graphical way by which we can get the good result. So graphical way is a one kind, means the statistical operations that we are finding a slope for that the line. Suppose we are getting a straight line and accordingly we do what the interpret the data. So for interpretation of data, for analyzing the data, that we consider such kind of the graphical presentations, or what we do more correctly, we find the mean, or we find the median, or we find the mode, or we find the standard deviation, and in order to describe them properly, we use the graphical way of the presentation. So that mean, median, mode, what are those? Those are the statistical terms, statistical norms used to control the quality. One example that I give it to you. When you perform a pH metry experiment, have you performed the pH metry or conductometry or colorimetry, any instruments you operated probably at FY level? Because last year chances are less. Yes? Have you operated any instrument?
Yes, sir.
Which instrument, Vaishnavi?
pH metry, colorimetry.
Right, pH metry, colorimetry, or perform the experiments. So their instrument shows the reading, but you were waiting till you get the stable reading. And what are the readings that instrument has shown directly, you are not using for the calculation, you have plotted the graph in order to know the trend of the readings. So because of that, your data remains a quality. You are going to control the quality of your experimentation. Even during titration, what are the reading you get that you do not represent? You repeat the experiment until you get the concordant reading, CBR, concordant bit reading, you perform. Concordant is dependable, reliable. That reading you do what consider. Few were what they consider MBR, mean birate reading. Means suppose if you do 3 readings, then summation of those 3 birate readings divided by 3. That is what MBR. Constant birate reading is a different term. There, which readings constantly, 2 times at least they do come. That is constant birate reading. And that constant birate reading is a statistical term. Which statistical term? Mode, MOD, mode, means a term which occur more time. Frequency of occurrence is more. That is what mode. So mean, median, mode, standard deviation, kurtosis, like the various different statistical terms are there. F test, T test, whether we have to accept that data or not, or to reject that. Means in physical chemistry, while plotting a graphs, you might have come to, okay, this point is not, it is far away. Let us reject that. But some tests are there to reject or accept. Suppose if that point is far away, but you have considered that, your ultimate result gets changed. Quality determination gets influenced. Whether to allow it or not, for that, statistics has done a lot of work. And if we perform such operations, statistical operations, in order to get the data, because whatever the result that you are producing on the basis of that quality depends. pH meter you are using, you are performing titration, or you are measuring the, say, pH for the different buffers, whatever you are measuring on the basis of your measurement, final results are there. Quality is decided, but your measurement should be the scientific. And that scientificness in the measurement comes by the statistical operation. Therefore, histogram, pie chart, or different diagrams, the way with which we understand the data precisely, properly. And for that, statistical terms we use, accuracy, precision, these are the various terms. We are not going in deep about those terms. Only we are learning for quality control, statistical terms are there, statistical operations are there, statistical concepts are there, which will help us to realize the quality. So quality can be realized by means of statistical operation. That I want to emphasize, because three ways are there by which we can ensure the quality, by which we can realize the quality, by which we can come to know the quality, by which we can control the quality. Out of that first way only I discuss, that is a statistical way. Is that first point clear? Statistical term, statistical way. Yes, waiting for your replies. Good, good. First point clear. Now, second point I describe, that's the internal quality control, which we perform in the analytical laboratory, and it is composed of different components. So, which components are involved in that internal quality, internal control of the quality that I am discussing? Total 6 components I want to discuss with you. I'm discussing now second point of quality control, and second point of quality control is internal quality control, and the internal quality control depends upon the 6 further parameters, 6 further points, and those 6 points that I'm discussing, pay attention carefully. The first point is certification of competence of analyst. Means a person who is working should be authorized, should be proper, should be believable, should be trustable, should be certified. Therefore, industry will say at least BSc should be there, certificate should be there, 10th pass, 12th pass not allowed, BSc certification should be there. And not only the BSc, after BSc to industry they do provide a training, and in that training if you pass, if you score good, if you perform properly, then they will provide a certificate. Yes, the student has completed internship properly or perform the work properly, so they do certified. So authentication of the person, that is the certification or competence of the analyst, is a first term for internal control of our quality, because too much load remains for the analysis, and in that load also that analyst should be competent. Yes, is that first point clear? Certification of analyst is the first point. Good, good. A second point is reclamation of supplement standard method. Whatever the method, whatever the procedure that analyst is going to follow, analyst is not going to follow from his own. There what the systematic procedures are there, those are to follow. But what is the reliability of that method? What the reclamation of that method? That is what the important. Because while performing that, even pH meter, if I see a standard cell remain, or there remain a standard buffer solution with which we can calibrate. So calibration of the instrument is one of the part. So different methods, standard methods that we want to suggest. So reliability of that also is what the important for the internal quality control. The third term that I'm discussing now, pay attention. The third point is analysis of the standard sample which is prepared outside the laboratory. In this case, we have to follow different provisions while preparing that thing outside the laboratory, because suppose if a thing that you brought from the outside, when anything is brought from the outside, then that is to be verified, that is to be tested, that is to be analyzed, and for that protocols are there, and those we need to follow. That is our third aspect in the quality control. I repeat, what was the first aspect? Certification of analyst. The person who is working now, he should be authenticate, he should be proper, he should be qualified, he should be with the proper knowledge of the work. Second aspect, what are the method that we are opting, that we are following, that should be what the proper standards that we are using, that's a standardization of the procedure, that should be what the proper, that affects our the quality. And the third point, different standard material that we get from the outside. If we brought anything from the outside, that is to be what the tested. Means as like in the good old days, a king, a food for the king was tested first. If somebody brought the food, it means directly king was eating that food, not likewise. Some person was remaining who was testing that food, and if nothing happens to that person, then king could able to what that eat that what the food. So if anything is brought from outside, it may be with the poison, it may be the anything. Likewise, in industry, complete procedure can be what poison or the loss, maybe in terms of what the crores, in order to avoid that whatever the standards that we choose, that those to be what the tested. One example that I give to you. Suppose if I am measuring the thing, a weight that I am measuring, and two pan balance is there. In grocery shop, how remain no, a kg weight, half kg weight, 250-gram weight. So whichever the weight that I brought from the market, on what ground that's a 1 kg, that I have to verify first. That I have to standardize first. It is considered. The ISO mark or some all the things may be there, all protocols may be followed. But when it comes in our laboratory, we have to verify that's our what the method, internal quality control about which I am talking. So which are the standard samples which we brought for the analysis from the outside or which are prepared in the outside laboratory, those are to be all tested. Means if we bring a H2SO4 from the China, many chemicals for the pharmaceutical industries nowadays are imported from China. So China is saying that it is a 98%, but what we have to assure first, we have to test first. Directly we can't use that. H2SO4 is not used for the standard points. We prepare the different solutions and we after standardization we use that. But one example that I had given to you. So any standard material, standard product, standard chemical if we brought from outside, then that is to what? Tested. That is to be what tested. It is a part of internal quality control. It is our what the third point. Now the fourth point, analysis of the white exhibit. I explained that. It is needed that 5% of analyzed sample should be from white exhibit because it is very important to control the purity of reagents and the other possible impurity in all work procedure. That's the analysis. White exhibit is a term used. Means what it means? At least 5% of the sample to be what the analyzed. Because how much to take if we brought a material in terms of wagons, in terms of trucks, in terms of dumpers, then each and every material we can't. But at least 5% of that. So how to choose that? About that, sampling is the next point. It's also part of quality. So there we are discussing how to choose the sample. But at least remember now, we should do the white exhibit. There are no lethargicness, at least 5% to be what the tested, to be what analyzed. Because in case if any impurity or additional things remains, that may affect our production, that may affect our the product, that may affect our the assurance of the quality. It is the fourth term that we need to realize for internal quality assurance or internal quality control, not assurance, control. Now the fifth term that I'm talking, evaluation of calibration, a standard calibration method that we need to follow. Just example that I given to you. If we get a weight from the outside, then whatever the weight is there is a 1 kg or 1 gram or 500 gram, blindly I need not to accept. I have to test that. But for testing purpose, some reference should be there. So reference should be what proper. The reference that we use should be what proper, authenticate, or should be regularly analyzed or regularly verified. So evaluation of the calibration that we are doing, that we have to find out. This one example that I give it to you. The burette that we use for the titration. That burette may be of 25 ml or 50 ml. And in that burette 1 ml, 0 to 1, 1 to 2. Actually 0 to 1 means 1 ml that we say. 1 to 2 means 1 ml. 10 to 11 means 1 ml. 13 to 14 means also 1 ml. But not necessarily, because while constructing the burette, the smoothness of the inner wall of the burette may not be uniform. The whichever the format that you use while preparing the burette, there may be the dye whichever they are preparing, the dye which they use for preparing the burette, if is with the somewhat fault, then complete burette maybe with what the fault. How the 1 ml at the beginning, 1 ml at the middle portion, 1 ml at the last portion may be different because the width of the glass or width of that material, width of that fiber, or internal construction, the problems may not possible. But what we are thinking, this breed is a standard breed. So standardization of that breed also to be what evaluated properly. Regularly we have to what see that. Or that breed for before 2 years we were using, now the same breed we are using. No, repeatedly we have to evaluate our calibration, because with the help of that breed we are calibrating the other solutions. The pipette that we are using, say 10 cubic centimeter pipette. So we say that pipette has a 10 cubic centimeter, but on what ground? It may vary. If temperature changes, the solution can take what the extra space. If temperature increases, the volume will increase. So temperature is also the factor. So if I did the calibration at the winter season means low temperature season considered in the laboratory room temperature. Not necessarily that calibration is applicable in what the summer season, because variation will be there in the volume. So evaluation of the calibration also is what the important. Blindly we need not to accept anything, not the thing which we came from outside, neither the thing which are inside in our laboratory. It is our fifth term of evaluation of calibration. And last term, analysis of parallel exhibit. Because while performing experiment, we want confidence. We want reproducibility of the result. Even while performing titration, you don't believe on the first titration. You perform second titration, third titration, needed fourth titration. Then by that you come to know, yes, these results are reliable. Bread reading 10.4. Okay, I'm getting the reading nearby that. That is a reliable reading, trustable reading, believable reading. So you reproduce the result. You perform the parallel experiment. Suppose if you are performing the gravimetric estimation, then you will take two different samples. For one samples you will perform. By the way, for second samples you will perform. And for both samples you will compare the result. And then you will believe, then you will trust, then you will accept that what the result or that reading. So parallelly also we have to perform the experiment for the good precision. So in industry, they give you the one work. Means for one analyst, they give the work. Same work they give to the other analyst, third analyst, and they compare the results. And by comparing results, means if in case one is wrong, other at least two are there, then they are precise results. Likewise, independently they work, and if the results are correct, then those are trustable, those are dependable, those are more correct. These are the different 6 aspects for the internal quality. So internal quality control. For that first point I told certification of the analyst. Second point I told reclamation of supplement standard method. Means our method is there, no? Whatever we are applying for that analysis. Third point is the analysis of the standard sample which we are bringing from the outside. Fourth point, analysis of the white exhibit, whatever you are using in during the analysis, which are the chemicals that you are using, at least 5% of that should be what analyzed properly. Then it is what trustable. That's called white analysis. Then next point is the evaluation of calibration. What is the calibration you are doing? That also to be evaluated regularly. And sixth point, parallel exhibit, different analyst, repetition of experiment, reproducibility of result to be what assured. These are the different aspects of internal quality control. Yes, students, I want to ask you, are these points clear? Afterwards, shortly, I'm going to explain the external quality control and then I want to stop. Good. Now see the last point that I want to discuss. That's external quality control in analytical laboratory. It has with different objectives. Means, where the given results by different laboratory shall be compared. Means we have to compare the results. This will realize by comparison laboratory. The laboratory attains comparison laboratory which analyze one or some identical homogeneous sample in specified condition, and assessment of the obtained results are shown in one unique report. Okay, means what I want to say, external quality control means the same aspect are to be tested by means of different laboratories independently. Because here we do not want to take any kind of risk. Methodology problem may be there. Many times what happen, same thing, maybe it is a wrong thing. When we do again and again, we feel it is a correct. So that error, if we have to minimize, that error if we have to avoid, then we have to ask for the independent work for the different laboratories, the analysis, and then we can come assure forward the quality. Means to control quality is external means by different laboratory results means, and comparison of those different results is a external quality control. So if I have to sum up, I want your help now. I had discussed the quality control point, and that quality control we can have by three means. I want to know what's the first mean of quality control. How can we control the quality? Yes, the letter. Yes, right, Kartika, right. Before I give the hint, you have answered. Statistical aspect, statistical manner, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, different test, F test, T test, or different graphical ways of presentation by which we can control the quality is the first. Second point of quality, internal quality control. Yes, oh, sorry, quality control is internal quality. And last point is external quality control. So 5 basic terms that I discussed today, and quality control, that point I discuss. Next time, quality assurance point I will what discuss. Next time is tomorrow morning. So what is the today's work to you? Whatever I discuss now, no, this lecture I will put on YouTube. You can go through the lecture, or now also you might have went through the lecture. You can put the points. By the way, I will give you the PDF files. Total 4 PDF files are there. Out of that, 2 PDF files are a very important one, about which I had a discussion today. With the help of those 2 PDF files, you can prepare the notes. Preferably what I suggest, I give you only 2 PDF files today, because it will be easy for you to extract the notes. And those notes, the image of those notes, you prepare PDF file and you have to upload. So today's assignment is whatever I discuss, 5 different basic terms related to quality, and I discuss how to control quality or quality control. 3 further aspect of relation of the quality: statistical means, internal means, and external means, about which you have to prepare the notes, you have to prepare PDF, and you have to upload. Is the homework clear to you? Yes. How much time you need for that? Today is the 16th. How much time you need to complete that homework? Study material will be there. I am providing study material. Only you have to write that all properly. I am suggesting don't waste more time. Tomorrow, yes. Poonam is saying tomorrow. Yes, good. Tomorrow, good. Okay. Tomorrow, yes, good. Tomorrow up to night, you have to what? Submit. My responsibility, this lecture on YouTube. My responsibility is that's a PDF that I have to submit, and you have to prepare the notes and you have to upload tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day. If you submit up to tomorrow, then 10 marks. If do not submit, you have to anyhow you have to submit that. 0 marks will be there. Yes, is it clear? Good. So tomorrow at what time shall I conduct lecture? 9. Okay. See, today video uploading was going on, and then range problem, and therefore I said that it is better to go at the 3 o'clock. Okay, tomorrow at 9 o'clock, let us see. Let us have a discussion about the quality assurance and if possible the additional terms. Do you have any question now? Do you like to ask anything? Do you like to suggest anything? Okay. So now I declare here that today's session is over. You can quit now.